Hey, good morning, movers and shakers. Thank you. I've been doing a lot of thinking lately, and I hold myself to very high standards. I'm very hard on myself. And I was thinking about a moment earlier in my career when I was having difficulty as a young advisor. I was struggling in my business. I went to an older mentor who was very successful, and I told him that I was just feeling down. And he said, what do you need, Brian? He said, do you need a kick in the butt or do you need a pat on the back? And I told him I need a pat on the back. And what's interesting is he knew. He knew that when he asked that question to me, that I would know exactly what I needed in that moment. Because sometimes we need a kick in the butt to get us going, to energize us, to motivate us, to get us to achieve our potential. Sometimes we know we need somebody to give us that kick in the butt. And sometimes we know that we need somebody to give us that pat on the back, to tell us that it's okay, that we've done a good job, we've actually come further than we thought we had, that we've achieved more and done better and are better than we even realize that we actually are. But what's interesting is as much as we can know when we need that kick in the butt and when we need that pat on the back, how often do we give ourselves the exact opposite? I mean, I don't know about you, but I do it to myself all the time. I give myself a kick in the butt when I tell myself it wasn't good enough. I downplay my achievements, my accomplishments, my abilities, my skills. I'm harsh on myself. I'm very hard on myself. It's never good enough. And I'm giving myself that kick in the butt when I need that pat on the back from myself. Or other times that I give myself a pat on the back when I need to be kicking myself in the butt. I give myself a pat on the back. I show up at the gym. I'm not really feeling like giving it my all today. So I give myself that little pat on the back and I say, well, it's okay, Brian. Let's just kind of take it easy in here and go through the motions. Or at the office, when I give myself that pat on the back and I say, well, I'm here, but I'm not giving myself that kick in the butt to push me to set bigger goals and to really focus at work and to do better and to do more. And so what's the answer? Well, I think step one in the answer is for us to be aware of this, aware of the thoughts in our own minds and how they are impacting our lives. And I say this as much for me today as I say it to share with you. But being aware of it so that we can hopefully reframe and redirect the self-talk that we're doing to ourselves, I think that's step one. But for me, step two, and what's been very valuable to me, is being in community with other people. This is a community. I was on the phone with Lee Pearson last week, and he's like, Brian, your educational moments are going to be over soon, and I think, I really think you have something there, Brian. I think you need to do something with your speaking. I think you need to take it somewhere. And I'm like, well, yeah. I'm like, but did you hear the educational moment yesterday? I'm like, it wasn't really as good as my others. And he's like, no, it was fine, Brian. I didn't notice anything. It was fine. I said, yeah, but I don't think it was that good. I wasn't feeling it. And he's like, it's fine. And I'm sitting here, man, this guy's telling me I'm good. And I'm always telling myself I'm not good. And I go back and I listen to the video and I'm like, well, for a speech that wasn't that good, it's actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. And so the community is so valuable to me and it's so valuable to us, and this is a community. And so I would like to thank Dr. Michael Diaz and Lee Pearson for giving me that pat on the back in the last couple of weeks that I needed and wanted, and that kick in the butt that I needed and wanted. And both Lee and Steve Barker do a great job of taking whatever it is that I happen to say in my educational moments, and they expound on it later, and they say more about it, and they rephrase it. And so because I know they're going to do that, I'm going to leave this here. I'm not going to say any more about the topic. I just wanted to put that out there. Food for thought. I hope this has been helpful. This has been your educational moment. Brian Wade, Tampa Financial Group.
Great job, Brian.